Welcome to my show. No music for my intro, though. I'm being really cheap. I'm being really cheap. I said, welcome to my show. No. Hey, what's up? It's me, Elay, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Reppin' Saginaw, Michigan, not Saginaw, Texas. Reppin' Saginaw, Michigan, not Saginaw, Texas. And I'm coming to you live with a segment here called When You're Poor. When you are poor. Not pour the milk, please, or pour some mo tea, sir. I'm talking about poor, P-O-O-R, not P-O-U-R. When you are poor, part 1. Glasses. Eyeglasses. That's what I'm talking about, okay? But in life is life is cool, life is good, life is what it is until you start going out into the world and realizing that there is more to your life that you have and are living. For example, if you go to the mall and you're like, wow, look at all of these cool clothes. I didn't know there were so many kinds of choices that we could have tangibly, accessibly to us. Like, wow. When I say us, I'm not talking about black people. I'm just talking about people in general. It's like there's more out there than hand-me-downs. So why aren't we wearing these cooler clothes? Oh, we can't afford it. That's what I'm saying. When you are poor. What did you do? What have you done when you first realized maybe when your bubble burst and you're like, oh my gosh, we poor. I didn't know that. Wow, this is kind of embarrassing. What can I do to improve this? Is it humiliating when you first realize you were living below the poverty line, or are you just like, oh well, F it, and you just go back to doing what you do because it don't matter? So these are my stories coming up, realizing that, dang, according to my standards, we didn't have anything. We were poor. But I didn't care because I was happy and content with what I had, because I learned from Jump Street to just make do with what I had before me, and the rest will fall into place. Make if you don't have lunch meat but you have sandwich spread, have a sandwich spread sandwich. It was just simple math like that. Oh, we don't have any bologna. Okay, well, what's in there? You have to MacGyver your way through life, so it just becomes second nature. So I'm saying is, I'll be talking about when you're poor, speaking upon eyeglasses, because I know I'm not the only one who's gone through this, and there are adults now who are still going through this, maybe by choice because they choose to be cheap, because eyeglasses are eyeglasses and they rather spend their money on something else, or people who are still living below the poverty line according to American standards. So like when I was little, I found out I needed glasses in 3rd grade. And I'm like, okay, cool, I need glasses. I like glasses. I thought they were cool. Something cool. I thought pocket protectors were cool. Glasses were cool. Braces, I always wanted those. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I want glasses because it'll make my face look pretty. So I got my wish. The thing is, though, I think when we were in 3rd grade. I was in 3rd grade, so 92, 93. We went to this eyeglass place in this old mansion on the west side of our town. It was an old mansion, but they turned it into an eyeglass place, so we would go there. I thought it was so awesome. It's like, wow, how can you turn a big old house into a business? Because I thought a house was supposed to be a house, no matter the size. I'm like, what did you guys do with the kitchen? Where are the bedrooms? And how did you I think that was my first time actually realizing that you can convert buildings over into other uses. So I really was amazed that not only was it was a big mansion, it was on the other side of the town where our people growing up always hollered about, like, ooh, on the west side of town is where the rich people are. So I was feeding off that, not the rich people part, but the fact that it was supposed to be quote unquote better, streets cleaner, roads fixed, nice shrubbery, nice yards, grass, XYZ. So I'm like, okay, so I was really excited to see what all these grown people around me were talking about on the west side of town. I think we went one day. What I'm remembering is we went one day, quote unquote, as a family. Oh, my dad killed me with that as a family crap. That's a whole nother story. As a family, my A-wipe, jeez. But we went as a family looking stupid. I mean, why would you take your whole complete family just for one person to get their eyes checked? Well, that's how I felt because I thought my family was pitiful. I'm like, I'm the only one getting my eyes checked, dude. You all really had to come to this? This is stupid. I mean, we taking up space in the waiting room, looking dumb. Nobody talking to each other. They probably can see the tension that we had to all be here as a family. So we're in the waiting room. It was kind of warm, so it was a sunny day. Don't think they had air conditioning on, but I could best believe and be reassured that those ladies behind the counter had personal fans. Personal fan. Personal. Shout out to all Marilyn Manson. Your music rocks. So we waited and OMG, we waited. And I know my dad don't have patience, so I think he went up there a couple times or sent my mama to the desk to see, excuse me, how long it's gonna take, how much more time, and you get the same answer, the doctor will be with you shortly, he just fell behind. I'm like, yeah, he just fell behind, he probably eating sandwiches and just forgot all about us. The place was so big, no telling where he was at. He probably got lost in that big old mansion anyways. He was older than me, according to what my mom said, because I think she said, I used to go to this eyeglass place, so now I'm bringing you. So, back then, old to me was like, old, like a cane and can't see, unfortunately. Like, maybe he lost. Maybe he fell down an elevator shaft, or all these stairs y'all have sprawled around this place, roped off. I'm like, okay, there's stairs, and you just have them roped off with a velvet rope. All I have to do is walk over it. How is that really going to prevent kids and black people and everybody else from going up these stairs? Idiots. Anyways. I can picture the eyeglass man with the cane, half blind, yet he's still an eye doctor, falling down the stairs. That's not funny. He'll be like, oh. The ladies will put down their sandwiches and leave their personal fans and be like, doctor, oh my gosh. No, that will be a sight. Okay, back on task. So we finally went back there. We went off to the left. We were veered off to the left. I don't even think the lady got up from behind her desk. She just kind of stood up, leaned up from behind her cubby and pointed with her finger with an ink pen with a blue top and the clear bottom and said, okay, all you have to do, guys, is just go right down that hall, make a quick right, because there's no other way to turn, and you'll see our vision center and frame fitting section there. I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. Couldn't get up to point us the way, even though we know we couldn't get lost, but regardless of the fact, I do remember that part. So, having said that, now that I'm thinking about it, I had already gotten my vision test in. I was just going to get my I was just going to get a fitting for my glasses for my frames then. So the lenses were in. So I wasn't getting an eye test. But having recalled that story, I was going to get my first pair of glasses. So maybe my dad, he never talked to us and explain to us the reasonings behind things. It was just do as I say and not as I do. Do as I say because I'm a man and head of this household. So, like my husband always say, you know, if you give people room for assumption, they're just going to assume and try to put the pieces together. So I'm just here relaying my life and putting pieces together. So I'm thinking, well, maybe my dad was just excited to see his daughter with her first pair of glasses, but didn't want to ever voice it because maybe that wasn't a macho thing to say, you know. But I would have been happy to know. I think he wore glasses, my mom wore glasses, and then my older sister wore glasses. My little sister wasn't born yet, so it was just the four of us. Just the four of us. We didn't make it, but I sure tried. Just the none of us. We didn't make it, but I tried, Lord. Just the none of us. None but I. Shoot, man. I'm like, deuces to all y'all. You know, I went my separate way. Okay. So now we're in the eyeglasses place, and it was a big transformation because as we walked through the hall, the carpet was blue, and it was as if we were walking through a screened-in vestibule because on the left side it was so many. It was windows, windows and windows and windows all on the left, but they had those little window panes in it, like squares. So that was cool. So the windows looked like waffles. A long hall. We walked down, and then we got to the remodel part. You could really tell they spent money in the towards the front of that building because that's where you could really see the difference in renovation. Everything did look modern. The floor was shiny and wood, and it looked like it was real wood too, not that fake stuff neither, even for back then. So this was 92, 93. I could tell it was real. And it was so pretty. It reminded me of a dance room. Oh, I think I told that to my mom. I was like, man, this is like a dance room. But I kind of wish I didn't, you know. What was the point in telling her that? She wasn't going to do anything about it. She wasn't going to elaborate about dancing or, you know, babe, you could be a dancer if you want to. So we made it there, and I saw the glasses on the wall. And so while my mom and dad sat in the chair, my sister and I looked around at the glasses on the wall, just seeing, because I didn't know. So I was like, well, if I'm getting my glasses today, and I was told I can get any frame I want, loosely saying, you know, I can pick out my frame. So I'm looking like, ooh, maybe I want these. Or, you know how they have the kids wall, the teen wall, the baby wall, and like adult wall. So I was looking all over the place, and then I finally realized, I think my sister pointed out, well, these are glasses for your size, kids frames. And I saw so many cool ones, and I think the kids one was closer to the right of the department by another window. Oh, I love windows. The windows in the parking lot where we parked on that side. So it was the back, it went towards the back facing the parking lot where we parked. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get some really cool glasses. I'm saying this in my head. I was so excited. And then they called me back to get my fitting for my glasses, and I sat down in the really comfy chair. It was like wooden. The top part was oval, like the padding was oval, and it had all these swirls and the wood, you know, the frame. It looked like the top of it looked like a crown, and it was curly like vines of leaves, and the brown was like a deep brown, and it had a light lacquer over it, you know, just like really Snow White-ish, you know, with the loops and the embellishments of like carnations carved into the woodwork to match the padding of the padding of the chair, which was printed with carnations. So it was like carnations or flowers in the fabric of the padding of the chair, and then carved into the framing of the chair were flowers, you know, out of wood. It's like, oh, that's so cool. I wouldn't want it for myself, but it was just neat, you know. It was really neat. I think that was my first time really being, to my knowledge, somewhere so new and modern. The lights were up high, ceiling lights. Everything was bright, but the lights weren't harsh. They were soft, so they didn't hurt my eyes. Everything was shiny. It's like, wow, I didn't know they had stuff like this here. I was used to regular standard eye doctors where you go to a building. You know how eye doctors look today, a box, and you see glasses on the wall, a couple desks, and you have some offices in the back, but there's no color, the walls are white, no posters up, boring bland. But this eye doctor place was fancy. You know, it kept me mentally busy while I did have to wait, stuff to look at. There were windows, so I got to actually look outside because the eyeglass place was on a busy street. It was facing Michigan. I think that's Michigan Avenue. And on the other side was Hess. So I think it's Michigan and Hess where the eyeglass place stood. So I had traffic to look at and scenery. So they called me over to sit, and lo and behold, I think like this lady, she had one of those lab coats on. So it was the doctor's assistant. She came, she had a nice smile. I didn't feel any negative energy from her. I don't think I did. She just was doing her job. But I felt embarrassed because once again our whole family was there. I'm like, this is stupid. Why is my whole family here? You guys are kind of embarrassing. They actually had to put extra chairs together just so I could, get my, how when you go to a restaurant and you have a party of 5, so they have to push tables together and bring chairs over. So that's what they had to do for us. I'm like, you guys are making the scene. Why can't some of y'all just go sit back there? Do y'all all have to be up here? Maybe I want some personal time to put my glasses on myself. When she came out with this white box, it looked like it could have been a box of white chocolates, like I was about to call him Harry Potter. Forrest Gump, womp womp. The white box of chocolates that Forrest Gump had. Well, she came out with a thin, long white box, and she opened it. No, she sat on the desk, and I think the doctor guy opened it, and he was like, basically, well, little girl, these are the glasses you get to choose from. I'm like, in my head, I felt so crushed. I don't know if my face showed it. I'm like, from here? Out of this box? I'm like, my mama didn't tell me my choices were this limited. I thought they said I could come up in here and get whatever ones I want. So I'm looking around on the wall, in the kids section at all my possibilities and how cool I think I would look in my mind when I went back to school in my glasses. I think I saw some blue ones, because then my favorite color was blue. So I think they were blue. The frames were round, and the color was like a dark ice blue, but it was like made out of that clear plastic, like those jelly shoes we used to wear back in the day. So it had a texture like that. I'm thinking it was something like that, but it was something I really wanted. So I just was waiting. I was hoping they, when he called me back to the table and was like, okay, little girl, which pair of frames do you want? I was gonna happily tell him at the wall I want those, but now you talking about something I gotta pick out of this box, this tired, dusty looking box, and all these colors are a dirty brown, red, silver, fake looking gold. And even though the lenses were round, they were too big. I'm like, why the lenses were big as donuts? I'm like, I'm not blind. lens crafter glasses so big. I'm not that blind. I was disappointed, and I don't even think I picked my first pair of glasses. I wasn't so much shock, and I didn't know how to talk to my parents about stuff, because I found out, and I learned quickly, once I voiced my opinion, it got shot down, or they took it wrong and it turned into an argument, and it just didn't make sense. So I just was quiet, and I didn't know what to pick, and I probably ended up saying something like, I don't know. I just was disappointed and embarrassed, because I was so happy thinking I come up in here thinking, I'm gonna get some really cool glasses, and then here's the economical glasses. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And then at that time, I think there was a little white boy in there, like with his dad or grandfather, I don't know. The guy's hair was silver, probably light brown going silver. And in my head, the boy looked like he was picking out what he wanted, but he was on the adult side. But in my head, I just automatically assumed that he was gonna get what he wanted. Why that came to mind, I don't know. It just seemed like that. I'm thinking back, I'm like, did they go down to get sized or fitted or something? I think I automatically assumed that they were gonna get what they wanted, because they were looking over there, picked out something, and took it to the desk. I'm like, we didn't do that. We pick it from this dirty A box. Oh, it was so humiliating personally, I'm like, why y'all making this a big event? We're drawing more attention to ourselves. Just to tell me I gotta pick some crap out of a dirty A box. So I didn't get the glasses I liked. They were ugly. And I know I didn't pick those frames, because the color was like dookie bronze. What the H? Really? I would have probably just picked black. Oh, I know I didn't pick those frames. They were hideous in color. So, I'm quite sure my parents chose for me, because I know I didn't like those frames. But that's when I realized, like, economic package. He didn't say economic, but he said a word that meant, like, basically, this box is for poor people. This is what you have to pick from. So it was like 16 to 12 choices, compared to the nationwide wall of beautiful choices, such as, they may have like Disney Channel glasses, Nickelodeon glasses, and all these name brands I didn't know at the time, but they just look more fun. Like, hey, all the cool kids wear these glasses. Oh, she's getting glasses out of the dirty poor people box. It hurt. I didn't even want to wear the glasses to school. And then the case they put my glasses in was like a folded over cloth taped around some cardboard. You know what I mean? Compared to the cases I saw that the other glasses could have come in, when you close them, they, snap shut. I'm like, ooh. I don't even want my glasses. I'll just be blind. Because I'm thinking of the glasses this one girl had in school. Her glasses looked cool. And actually, they did, if I'm thinking right. I just... My glasses didn't have any personality. If anything, they made me look more stupid. Stupid eyeglasses. Now, you tell me. Since when putting on glasses make you look more stupid? Well, mine's did. It's supposed to make me look smart like a geek. I look like a jackass. There's no other way I can put it. I have the class picture of that somewhere. I don't think I'm going to put it in this one. But eventually I'll start finding my pictures. I'm just going with the flow right now. I'm not trying to stress too much or overwork. But I do want to start getting my story out there. I do have a 13-year-old, and why not start documenting my stuff? Why not, Oh my gosh, those stupid ash brown glasses. Oh man, I was just so disappointed. And the frame was was so big. I'm like, why is it so big? It looked like I'm wearing a fish bowl. No, I wasn't bifocals neither, y'all. They just were big. I didn't have any bifocal things. They weren't heavy. Heavy, baby. They're just too heavy for me. But yeah, you know, so that was the first day I realized I was poor, but it was when I realized that the well runs deep when you're poor, and the veins and the roots expand out far and wide. I'm like, how come these people on the west side know we poor? I'm like, they're not even supposed to know us, but gosh, I don't even want to come on this side of town, because now they know we gotta, when those black people come, they gotta get glasses out of the dirty box, because they're economically challenged, or something about insurance. I didn't know what insurance and stuff, man. I'm like, man, I thought insurance was supposed to have our backs. Apparently they don't. Oh my gosh. You know, it's just sad, man. It's sad. I don't want to go to the eye doctor and have to. I'm like, is this how it's gonna be every time I come up in this piece? Just put blinders on, mama, and don't look around at the wall and my hopes and dreams of dope glasses, because I'm gonna go straight to the box and pick out something dusty out of there that don't match my style. You talking my style? No, not matching my style. You're not matching my style. I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who felt that way. It's like, dog, man, can this curse ever live? Do you have to constantly remind us every time we turn around that, oh, you poor, you gotta get this kind? And then on top of that, we gonna really make the frames look like you poor. And so when people see you with your glasses on, they're gonna judge you by your glasses and be like, oh, she got the cheap frames. She's got the economic special glasses. She's financially challenged. Oh, let's not even let her in our store, because based on her glasses, she's not gonna even be able to afford anything out of our store. See, I took it there, man. That's the way I felt that was passed on me that day. You know, it unlocked something in my head I wasn't ready to unlock. I just wanted to be a kid, man. But I'm like, being poor, it's starting to have limitations. Limitations of humiliation. But here I stand. Nonetheless, I know I'm not the only person who's gone through this blowback of realizing that you can't get the frames you want. So might as well sit your asses down, look at an old magazine from 20 years ago that they have, get some of their dry tasting coffee, and just wait for them to call your name, and you reach down in there like bobbing for apples and just pick a frame and just tell them, here, just give me these, call me when they ready, cause that's all we got, you know. Yo, man, this is me, Elay. Pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm Reezy, repping Saginaw, Michigan, not Saginaw, Texas. Coming at you live with the When You Pour Part 1. Talking about eyeglasses, man. I went through it. This world is big. I know there's at least 1 million more people who can agree with me. Cheap glasses, man. It's people petty out here, man. They'll base you solely on those. It would be nice to just walk in there and be like, yo, I just like these glasses and I'ma get them. You know, man, you know what I mean? Like, look, it's like, dog, I don't want to have to be forced to have to get these, because that's all I have to choose from. You know, it's like, dang, this is sad. Can y'all step up your glasses game? Oh, eyeglass people, y'all need to raise the standards. People come there, just give us something, you know. Don't make our glasses look piss poor, man. You know, people, Give us something, dog. I mean, our glasses look like they made out of paper towels and glass. They talk about don't wipe your lenses with a paper towel because it's gonna scratch you. You gotta use this cloth. Now I'm gonna only get you one cloth now. You can't get another one. Cause if you need another one, the cloth's real expensive. You hear me? I'm like, what? Okay, wait a minute. You gonna first give me some cheap glasses and then talk to me like I can't even afford to take care of these, cause if I do, I only get one pair out of the year and I'm plumb out of luck if I break them. And then I can't clean them with something economical like a tissue cause it's gonna scratch the lens. But you gonna give me this one cloth, you hear? This one cloth. And if I lose that, I'm plumb out of luck. Because little girl, you can't afford the special technological glass wipe because it's $35 a cloth. I'm like, now how that sound? If y'all put me in the poor section, why you gonna give me a cloth that I better not lose? That's $35. Oh, you want me to wipe my glasses with a paper towel so I can scratch them so I can continue to be blind? Oh, I see where this going. How many of y'all keep your little cloth that they give you to especially wipe your glasses? Or how many of y'all just go and wipe them on your shirt and be like, Jesus, well, because I ain't got the time. Keep my glasses safe, Lord, because I'm not paying $39.95 for a cloth. I'll show you the cloth. I'll stuff it up your